Hi, Angie Reynolds. We met through video recently. I'm told that after your exam with Dr. Bergdorf regarding your plastic surgery, you did not move ahead with the recommended treatment. This concerns us. Dr. Bergdorf and his staff are among the very best in the entire nation, but if there was something they did or said to make you uncertain, we would like to know about it. We would appreciate a note by email to our Patient Happiness Director sent to Andrea at musiccityplasticsurgery.com. If I may, there are usually just several reasons that people do not go ahead with their cosmetic treatment, and I'd like to talk with you briefly about a few of them for the next few minutes. American humorist Mark Twain advised, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." Sometimes just getting started is hard. A lot of patients tell us that the hardest part of their entire plastic surgery experience and journey to a new, healthier, confident appearance was making the decision to start. They are often surprised by this after the fact, because they held any number of imagined fears or anxieties about what was going to transpire, or they questioned the appropriateness of spending the sum of money required. I promise you, the benefits of a beautiful appearance and the confidence and self-assurance that come with it are much greater than you can imagine. These benefits last a lifetime and pay dividends every day. Your positive decision about this can easily be one of the best decisions you'll ever make. We understand financial considerations. Keep in mind two very important points though. You're really making an investment in you and your future. And don't confuse price with value. What is the real value on your self-esteem and confidence? You're probably paying more for smartphones, TV, and internet each and every year than it would cost to put in motion the treatment plan that is recommended for you. If you have 4 family members' smartphones on a typical T-Mobile, Verizon, or AT&T plan, you're probably paying nearly that much just for that. If you have cable TV, DirecTV, pay-per-view, Netflix, and Amazon Prime, topping $180 a month is easy to do. Truth is, we all have a number of $180 a months that are not helpful to our health, well-being, self-esteem, or career. We pay some of them habitually and thoughtlessly. On the other hand, your procedure, treatment, and post-care plan you are presented with can be made affordable. The office has several different plans for financing the treatment. Unlike the monthly cell phone and membership costs, the investment for your transformative treatment stops. Those others are endless. And while the monthly investment for treatment ends, the benefits purchased with it are profound and last a lifetime. Were you to shop around, you would most likely find a number of plastic surgeons offering what seem like the same treatment options, even named the same or with components from the same manufacturer. Still, all treatment is not the same. Not all plastic surgeons approach creating the ideal appearance in the same way. As a somewhat limited but still useful analogy, consider bringing someone in to paint the interior of your home. You might say, paint is paint. And to a degree, that's true. And you might find several different painting contractors all using the very same paint, yet creating different results and requiring different prices for the same project. In choosing one over the others, you will likely consider any number of factors, including their reputation and what their clients have to say about them, before and after pictures of their work, their experience, and your assessment of their sincere interest in what they do. Are they really interested in creating the most beautiful, most perfect look for your home, or just about getting paint on walls as quickly as possible? You will probably even be rightfully suspicious of anyone offering too cheap of a price. You know they'll be under pressure to take shortcuts and compromise along the way. You will also judge their attitude in their conversations with you. You won't say to yourself, well, paint is paint. They're all using the same paint and they're all doing the same thing, putting paint on walls. So what's the difference? You know there is a difference. Here, we are talking about something considerably more important and more technically complex than paint on walls.
To me, I just thought plastic surgery was something that was only reserved for wealthy or celebrities, like, because it's expensive. So you're like, well, how am I ever going to be able to? It just seemed so far away, like something that was unattainable.
Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is cha-ching, is money. And the reason why is because, you know, a published author, okay, and I'm thinking, all right, published author, and then, oh, he's been on the doctor's show, And so this guy's been around. He's well known enough throughout his own plastic surgery community, and gotten awards and things like that. And even though that's what I wanted, that is what scared me, because I thought that that would put me out of his range.
I just kind of got to that point where I thought, okay, there are some benefits to having this done that if I wait another 5 or 10 years, those benefits really aren't going to be as much of a benefit as they are now. So I kind of weighed the timing and the financial aspect of it, and put it together at a time when we could do that.
The cost, yeah, I mean, it's a chunk of money, but I also work really hard, and I didn't decide to just go to, the mall and like walk in like, oh, I'm going to get a boob job today. Like, I knew the cost. I understood long-term, how that cost could affect me, the maintenance that it could require. And I wanted to do it. I mean, I deserved it. It was what I wanted.
You really don't want to just have the expense be the determining factor, right? You're not looking for, this is a very, it's a very serious thing, and you want the best quality that you can get. So that's an important thing to take into consideration.
It's very hard for a person who is a giver to receive. And that's the only thing I can equate it to, especially when it's a large sum of money. It's guilt, tremendous amount of guilt that we're doing this for me. It was the constant reassurance from Scott that this is what we're doing. This is a gift. Look at what you have done. You have raised 2 children. Look at what you have accomplished. You are doing this.
I made my decision based on where I was in my life. It was more about just me feeling better about myself. And that is an unknown, that answer is going to be different for everybody. But I think it's extremely important that everybody makes that decision based on how they want to feel, and not just on how they want to look, and not compare themselves to other people. This wasn't about me looking better for somebody else, for other people to look at me. It was about, I want to look in the mirror and feel good about myself. I want my husband, fiance, to look at me and feel good about who he's with.
I just wanted to feel like I did as a teenager. All women want that.
One of my friends is interested in having it done since I've had mine done, and she asked the cost, and she's like, no way, that's it? And I said, yeah, that was it. And my other 2 friends were like, that's all you paid? And I was like, yeah. It's not as expensive as I thought it was.
We weren't looking for the least expensive at all. We were looking for someone who was going to do the best job possible.
He's competitively priced.
It really comes down to what you want to spend your money on, what's important to you.
I just justified it through, I thought about it, I can afford it, and I'm going to do it.
When you know you want it done, you're going to figure out a way to do it.
I would pay double to be where I am right now. I would. Not just physically. It has nothing, maybe a little bit to do with the physical side of it, but it's emotionally what it has done for me. I'm a brand new person because my confidence went from maybe a 4 to a 10. It's amazing what it has done, and that is worth every single penny we spent.
You'll be glad to know that Dr. Bergdorf is a specialist. Over and above medical school, he has specialty training as a general surgeon, plastic and reconstructive surgeon, and cosmetic surgeon. Despite what you may know, a plastic surgeon is more highly skilled than a doctor that only does cosmetic surgery. This is an often confusing but important differentiation. Let me explain. Cosmetic surgeons may not have the surgical experience to deal with complex cases because cosmetic surgeons are not even required to have surgical training in their background at all. That's right, it's a bit of the Wild West when it comes to the designation of cosmetic surgeon. In fact, many doctors from non-surgical disciplines like dermatology, family medicine, emergency room, and OBGYNs can call themselves cosmetic surgeons. And often they do cosmetic surgery as an add-on to their existing practice. Not so with a board-certified plastic surgeon, which Dr. Bergdorf is. It's the difference between eating at McDonald's versus a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. At both, you eat, but one offers a higher quality food and dining experience. At McDonald's, you're not likely to brag to your friends about the experience. At the right restaurant, how the food tastes, how you're treated, and the value beyond food is something you'll brag about to friends. A plastic surgeon is skilled at creating a long-term solution for his or her patients. With someone of Dr. Bergdorf's experience, you get a greater transformative procedure, one that correctly aligns the mind, body, and aesthetics. Dr. Bergdorf does not think of himself just as a technician, like a mechanic, or like a painter. He's about transforming lives, not just improving appearances for a winning look and lifelong attractiveness, but by helping the inner beauty shine on the outside and supporting a confident attitude that impacts relationships. It's the ripple effect through relationships that is so important to Dr. Bergdorf. This is a very special X factor you will appreciate.
I was done with what I looked like before. And that's really what it was. It was like, well, I could have stayed where I was, but I wouldn't be as happy as I am now.
My husband did ask me that question is, okay, how come this place? Like, why, before we went to the consultation appointment? And I said, well, I don't know, but let's go find out. I said, I have a feeling about it, just from what I've seen online.
When I met with Dr. Bergdorf and his staff, I just immediately felt comfortable. I realized that he literally was listening to what I was saying. He picked up on some things that could have been interpreted as maybe I had some mental depression or body dysmorphia. And without him saying and literally saying those words, he just responded with additional questions that flushed that out without making me feel uncomfortable.
I thought that maybe I'm just not a good candidate for this type of surgery. I thought that plastic surgery could be for anybody, but evidently they must be misleading the public and just trying to steal people's money. Oh yeah, we can fix you, we can do this and we can do that, but no, you can't. And the first two doctors I went to, they couldn't. Now, Dr. Bergdorf was faced with an immense surgery with me. As far as, to me, it was immense. Maybe not to him, but he said he really could fix it, and he really did.
I think the depth of the explanation in relations to what was important to me, fitness, getting in shape, why I can't perform at the level that I wanted to, why I had been working out for years and areas of my body just would not budge.
I was looking for something that reminded me of me, something I could see myself in, right? So I was looking for things that appealed to me and really what I was looking for. But I was also looking for someone that I felt like I could have a connection with and just a very open and very, just very transparent conversation and relationship with.
You know, there was that guy in high school that was like popular and like played football, but he was nice to everyone. He like strikes me as that type. He was very personable. He's just a genuinely nice guy.
Not only could I tell him what my problem was, and I could ask him questions and tell him what I want, but he could tell me yes, no, whatever, or give me other alternative solutions, open my eyes up to other things that I didn't know about, and give me real explanations.
I personally liked how Dr. Bergdorf really tried to get to know what my end result was.
When he was speaking to me, he spoke to me, not down to me.
It's a delicate process, but he has it down. He's very good at understanding how you feel in an exam situation where you're kind of looking at what's going to take place and what needs to happen and what he's going to do, and then also understanding, looking at it from the spouse's perspective of, this is my spouse, this is an elective procedure, and yeah, this is going to be great when it's done, but this is also, it's a serious thing as well.
A lot of people don't realize there's a difference between a cosmetic surgeon and a board-certified plastic surgeon. So you definitely want to go to someone who's board-certified.
I could see the genuine excitement that he had as to how this was going to look when it was over.
I've always been pretty confident, but now I just feel like I don't know, just different and more sexy and more mature. So when I walk into the office, like I did yesterday, and they were like, hey, oh my God, you look so amazing. You look this, you look that. I'm like, thanks. But they don't know what it is because I didn't go crazy. I just enhanced.
I am a much more confident person, not just in physical appearance, because although that's nice, that's not what it's about. It made me a mentally stronger person to the level of I am worthy, I am deserving. I am a good freaking human being, and no one can take that from me. Because before, see, here we go, you got it. When you are unhappy with who you are from a physical standpoint, especially as a woman, you can't put your shoulders back and reassure the world that that is who you are. I have the heart, the body to match my heart, let me say that. And my mental game is 10 times stronger than it used to be because of the confidence that I've received.
I really do wish that I had done it sooner. I really wish I hadn't waited as long as I did.
There aren't a lot of real guarantees in life. Dr. Bergdorf has a firm commitment to delivering the best in service, care, and results. If for some reason you're not satisfied with your experience as a patient at Music City Plastic Surgery, you can rest assured that Dr. Bergdorf will do all that can be done to correct the problem. He will not abandon you, but walk the journey with you. This is how supremely certain we are of the positive results you will have at Music City Plastic Surgery. It's only natural to be concerned the examination, assessment, and treatment procedure will cost too much. So why bother with an exam? And insurance rarely pays for elective aesthetic treatments. But there are a variety of financing options that can make the treatment and post-care absolutely affordable for any patient, with payments tailored to the household budget as needed. This is nothing to be embarrassed about. Running a household and raising a family is an expensive proposition. It's taken a lot to get where you are in life, and now it's time to do for yourself, to do what you know deep down you deserve. Providing first-class care to you is important, surely something you want, but it does have to be paid for, and concerns are understandable. Nothing you discuss with the surgeon or treatment coordinator ever leaves the office. Most of us have families, and budget issues too. The very accomplished singer Diana Krall said that happiness is the best facelift. You see your appearance every time you look in the mirror. Now maybe it shouldn't be, but how we see ourselves and believe others see us does have significant impact on our happiness. There's just no way around it. An appearance judged as defective by oneself and by others is a heavy weight to carry around. We are not just considering looks here. We are considering happiness, now and for all the years ahead. I hope the information I've shared with you in these few minutes has clarified your thinking and leads to a positive decision. We understand how difficult it can be to get started when things seem so uncertain and complicated. If you have any unanswered questions or concerns, please pick up the phone and call the office. We want to make sure those unanswered questions or concerns are addressed and resolved so you can confidently move ahead with your personalized plan. You'll be glad you did.